Day 2, and the weather is a vast improvement from yesterday. After getting a quick drink at the river under the watchful eyes of a Deinosuchus, I made my way back through the Grand Plains, grabbing a flower along the way for a delivery quest. However, after getting halfway to the delivery point, I decided to just wander instead. I only really quest for something to do, and let's face it, not a lot of players like the delivery quests, especially when you're as slow as I am. I also grabbed some food along my wanderings. Little did I know that there was already danger on its way. The Ceratos dispersed, maybe sensing it themselves. An Acro pair, and they weren't just out for a leisurely stroll, they were looking for a hunt. I was alerted to their presence by their chatter, but I decided to act aloof whilst walking away. It's plain and clear that they have chosen me as their next hunt. And they begin their pursuit. Eventually the battle pushes me to a cliff edge, but I use this to my advantage. With the drop at my back, this limits how the hunters can approach. Both my head and tail are powerful attack points, so whether they approach from the left or the right, I'm ready. This Acro was looking pretty hurt, but they weren't giving up so easily. They were patient. It's unfortunate that this fight had to end on a technicality, but I spotted one of the Acros sleeping during the fight, which in this survey indicates a failed hunt. The Acros can continue if they wish, but they are only allowed 3 attempts against the same opponent, and continuing would use up one of these attempts. I brought up the subject in global chat, and one of the Acros wasn't aware that their packmate had slept, so they apologised and decided to end the fight. GG's Acros, that was a really good battle. After they are gone, I decided to rest and let the wounds heal. My eyes snapped open as I heard footsteps approach. But it was just a lone aloe on the way to an unknown destination. Well, I might as well grab some food now that I'm up and make one of my many trips to the river. There seemed to be a commotion in the distance, Draco Viper was bothering a Noviano, who had recently made a kill. Rivalries between these two species is exceedingly common, often fighting each other over territory, sometimes to the death. At the river, the local mosasaur keeps a watchful eye as I take a drink. They have food nearby though, and I was simply observing, too full and relaxed to think about initiating a hunt. As I moved back up to my spot and lay down to rest, one of the Dankadotera flitting about in the night air took an interest in me. The friendly critter hovered around me for a few minutes, and then continued on their way. They flew towards another creature that was wandering up the hill, a Serrata spider, and they seemed to be in a mood, trying to hit the Dankadotera as it flew too close, pretty much the stark opposite to the friendly one I encountered the day before. Well, I guess curiosity killed the bat. Curious Utahraptor approached, friendly enough, but unaware of the grumpy giant standing nearby. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with them if I were you. The playful little creature tried to satisfy his patience further, but it was clear they were not in the mood. So they sprinted on back towards the river to drink. But the Utah should know by now that danger can lurk anywhere. As I wandered into the night, I observed the nightlife around me. Nights on Gondor are seldom quiet, especially in the Grand Plains. Down at the river, a pack of Serratus had cornered a Concavinator. And whilst the Concavinator can swim with ease, the mosasaur occupying the river wouldn't take kindly to the intrusion. It's out of the frying pan and into the fire. At last, the Ceratis have their meal. The Moser didn't sound too happy about missing out on a quick snack. So before they turned their sights on me, I decided to leave and head towards the top of the plains. As I break cover from the foliage, the bellows of huge carnivores broke into the night air. Apatosaurus was chasing a Zusheng Tyrannus, possibly challenging for territory or maybe in dire need of food. The sound of clashing jaws rang through the night as these two giants fought. The Apatosaurus is victorious. But the local bullies are here, and they are also hungry. Pushed off of their hard-earned kill, the Apatosaurus wanders off to heal. As I headed back into the plains, some of the rarer nightlife made an appearance. A pair of Nyctotyrannus. These carnivores are around the same size as Allosaurus and sport an impressive array of bioluminescent scales, ranging in different colours depending on the individual. As the morning light began to break through the dark, I once again made my way to the river for a drink. A friendly orca appeared and actually waved a greeting. Good morning to you too, orca. Whilst I could have easily stood around enjoying this orca's antics all day, there were sounds of a fight up the hill, and I wanted to see what was going on. The same Ceratopack from earlier was now hunting a Tyrannotitan, a bold target to pick. They used their environment to their advantage though. and the Tyranitar took an unfortunately heavy amount of fall damage after one of the Ceratus shoulder barges him off the cliff. The giant had no chance after suffering such health loss. When I had finished eating on top of the hill, I had a little visitor, a young Cerato. You may think I'm being harsh by shooing them away, but not only was I cautious about them being trampled, I also shouldn't tolerate Ceratos getting too close. The little one stayed around for a few more minutes, but at a safe distance. Well, safer. Breaking through the morning rays were the figures of a Giganotosaurus pair. At first sight of me, they back off. Then they must have decided I was fair game as they made their advance. I start to notice them make their way towards me and let them know my own language to back down. They do not heed my advice, however, and begin their attack. I land a few powerful attacks off the bat, and they begin to be a bit more cautious. However, after taking a full-on head slam, they decide to retreat, battered and bruised, but still alive. GG's Gigas, but try not to take so many attacks head on. The sounds of another hunt reached me from the edge of the plains. A group of aloes were taking on a Rex. The Rex was outnumbered 4-1, but the allies still had to be careful of its heavy bites. The Rex chose a target to pursue, but the allies' packmates closed in and got their kill. An unlikely appearance, a friendly and energetic young Quetzal. You rarely see a young one wandering around, but it was a nice greeting. They even got a free meal off the allies by being so friendly. It is as I'm wandering off that I realise that the absolute sausage that I am, that I hadn't even equipped a specific hide or my charged tail attack. And so, as I lay down to equip these, I also decided to log for the day, feeling content and carefree. Little did I know that tomorrow these feelings would be shattered to pieces.